Good morning, vlog. I was gonna start this vlog on a nice camera on a tripod, but I just packed for 2 hours and we have to go soon, so I don't really have a lot of time. So we're starting low quality on an iPhone, and it'll only get better from here, hopefully, for the rest of the vlog. I am heading out today. I'm going on a road trip and it'll be throughout the whole week. So I'm gonna start today and I'm gonna go down to like the Iowa, Illinois area, the Quad Cities. I'll be there tonight. I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning, drive to like the Cincinnati, Ohio area, and I'm gonna see the Creation Museum, I believe, tomorrow, and then I'm gonna sleep kind of in that surrounding area, and then the next day we're gonna go to the Ark Encounter and then stay there. So that's Wednesday night. Thursday morning I'm gonna get up, drive back to the Quad Cities, and our family is gonna be there from Thursday afternoon to like Saturday afternoon, and then we'll come back to Minnesota. So I'll bring you guys along with me, hopefully get some aesthetic B-roll for you guys to enjoy. But thank you for following along. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next clip. It's currently 5:30 in the morning on Tuesday, and my brain isn't on yet. We leave for the Creation Museum today. I don't know how long the drive will be. I don't really know what else to expect, but I'm gonna get coffee before we go. There's a coffee place down the street from my aunt and uncle's. It's like within walking distance, so I'm gonna go try that, and we'll see how it is. Check in with you soon. Good morning. It's Wednesday. We are just getting up and out the door. It's like 9 o'clock right now. One thing I will say I did not expect in Kentucky this week. It is humid. It is really humid, but also I'm from Minnesota, so like any humidity kind of sends me over the edge. It has been a little toasty, and we did Creation Museum yesterday. It was super interesting. I think I went in not really knowing what to expect, and I thought, oh, like it'll be about like creation only, but really it's about going through, they call it the 7 C's. It's creation, what is it? Creation, corruption, catastrophe, confusion, Christ, cross, and consumption. I think was that 7? I didn't count. It's these 7 C's, and they go through like the whole storyline of the Bible and just different parts of it, and how creation, if you don't believe in like the root of it, then you really we'll have a hard time with the rest of it, because if the beginning isn't truth, then how can the rest be truth? And I liked that they not only had biblical evidence for it, but they had archaeological evidence for it as well, because I think that's important for both sides of the argument. For people who obviously believe in the Bible and are like Christ followers, you want to have like biblical evidence for what you believe and have verses to back up what you believe. But then also, if you are someone who is not a Christ follower, then it's like, well, I want to have some like logical real world evidence. And they had both for the for the creation account that's in the Bible. They have physical proof of different things that have been noted within the Bible to go back to the fact that the Bible is truth. So a lot of it was just playing on that, like, let's prove that the Bible account is the most truthful and why it's the most truthful. And then kind of throughout it, talking about sin, talking about creation, talking about the human race, talking about Christ, talking about all those things. So it was very informational, very interesting. One thing that my dad and I both pointed out that we learned that we didn't expect to learn. So in one part, in the confusion part, they start talking about Egypt and the Tower of Babel and things like that. But they said that the 7 plagues were based off of Egyptian gods. So the whole point was that God overtakes and overcomes Egyptian gods. That's what the 7 plagues like represented, which I never thought about it that way. I never thought about the fact that, you know, you just think like, oh, it's like inconvenient, like their crops died, they got sores, like things like that. But the reality is it's God showing his power and confirming his power over these false gods of the time. The other thing that really impacted me was it was talking about the purpose of work and how work is actually made to be not burdensome. Any work that you do is made to bless God, but also like bless you and to use your giftings that you got from God in the process. And so I just thought that was interesting, because how many of us like really actually enjoy our work and enjoy our jobs and are like happy with what we're doing, when the reality is, like, I know I have family members and I've said it myself, like, oh, you're not going to enjoy every day at work. My phone cut me off. One of the most important things of work is that it's something that uses the skill sets you've been given by God, and it's also something that blesses the Lord and also blesses you, and it's something that you enjoy doing. So the idea that you won't enjoy every day at work, or you won't enjoy everything that you're doing, that's actually not biblical. It's because we've strayed so far in what our work is. And that doesn't mean that God doesn't bless work in technology or work in modern like social media marketing. Like, I believe that God blesses those things because he obviously made us for this time. But I believe that like the way that we view work and that we handle it is very different. So that was like one of the biggest things that I learned yesterday as well. Going into today, we're going to go do the Ark Encounter, which is like the biggest live example of what the Ark would have looked like from Noah and that biblical account. So I will take you guys along for that today as well. It is Thursday morning. I'm tired. Talking with my family this morning. None of us slept well. We all woke up multiple times or had trouble falling asleep. So today's road trip is going to be a lot of fun. We are heading out of the hotel this morning. We're going to head back. We're in Kentucky currently. It's kind of confusing. So we are in Kentucky. We're in Florence. We're going to now head back to the Quad Cities for the next 2 days. So staying tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday morning. And then we're going to head back to Minnesota. So we still have we're only halfway done with our trip, but it feels like everything we came to accomplish on this trip, we've accomplished. So it's just kind of relaxed after this. We just have to get to the Quad Cities, and then we have 2 days of relaxing and hanging out with family. And then we have another 6-hour drive home. So there's a lot going on. There's still a lot to get done. There's still a lot of driving to do. This morning we had a really nice breakfast. The hotel we stayed in was really nice. It's a Hilton. So I knew my girl Kathy wasn't gonna scramble on a good breakfast. I knew she would not let me down. She didn't. They have this, maybe I'm just a little old fashioned, or maybe I'm just out of the times. They have this cool, I don't know how to describe it, but you wave your hand in front of a sensor, and then pancake batter comes out onto this conveyor belt in a machine, and then it slowly goes down this conveyor belt, and there's 2 irons, almost like a hair iron type of deal, and it flattens it and cooks your pancakes. And I am just I thought that was so cool. I'm just astounded by that. I don't know, maybe I just haven't traveled enough or seen enough in these crazy times, but I thought that was cool. So I had a huge plate of pancakes this morning, and it was so good. One thing I'm learning from this trip is that I desperately need a vlog camera. I need a vlog camera, and I need a computer that pairs with my phone, because the whole week I've been struggling to transfer videos and photos from my phone to my computer, or from my memory card to my computer. It's just been a whole task and a half. And doing these videos, I'm doing them on my phone, and then I run out of storage, and then it cuts me off. Or then I try to do it with my nice camera, and I can't see if I've even focus. So I need a good vlog camera. I've been looking a lot at the Canon M50 mirrorless. So if you guys have any recommendations for good vlog cameras, or you like that one and you want to review it, please do so in the comments below, just so that I can get a real life review of the product that I'm looking at. That would be solid. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about was yesterday's Ark experience. That's what we went to. It was crazy. The Ark, they have it, it's life size. It's the biggest wooden structure in the world, I think. And it's massive. It's like football fields, and it's 4 layers high. One thing I thought was really interesting, it goes through more than just how they built the Ark. It showed how they got rid of animal poop and waste. How did they use that basically for their benefit, or how did they collect that? It shows how they fed animals. It shows how they cared for animals. And really, I never thought about that portion. I thought about Noah building the Ark. I thought about them getting animals onto an Ark, and I thought about them getting animals off of an Ark, and I thought about a lot of rain. But you don't think about how are they going to get natural sunlight? You don't think about the fact that, at least I didn't, I was oh, it was just a month and a half, and they kept saying in the museum it was a year, and I was why was it a year? But I didn't think about the fact that the earth was fully flooded up above the highest mountaintop. So literally it was the entire earth was covered, and so now that precipitation, that water has to go somewhere. It has to end up somewhere, and so it takes time for it to go back up into the clouds and to kind of alleviate. The other thing they talked about was extreme weather change. So when you have that much water, think about all the humidity, think about rising temperatures, think about, they talked about an ice age, because you have hot water and then you have a cold sky, and now it's going to make snow. So there were all these portions I guess like scientific and environmental things I never once thought about. And then just on like a basic level, like how did they live in an ark? How do you have sunshine? How do you get airflow? How do you keep it from being extremely smelly? They were showing how they used, I'm totally gonna botch this, but basically like they used water to push air up and like funnel it through the ark, which I think is like genius. I never would have thought of that. I thought it was so interesting, and I actually would say if you're gonna do the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter like as a bundle, I would do the Creation Museum first. I think that's a good basic like base of biblical truth, and there's like a little bit of archaeological stuff as well because they want to prove in like a real world sense outside of just like a holy book. But then I would say like the Ark is really where you're gonna like dig in deep and really talk about like climate related issues and just the truth behind the Bible and just proof of that we see over time. The next couple scenes will be me heading back to the Quad Cities, and then I might check in one more time or say goodbye at the end of our Quad City time just to kind of round out the vlog. So I'll see you then. It's Saturday morning. I just thought I would sign off on this vlog. We are going to go get coffee this morning, just at like Panera or something with all of my aunts and my cousins. So thank you guys for taking the time to watch the vlog. If you like it, that would be great. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome as well. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. It'll probably be in 2 weeks when I come back to the Quad Cities. I'll do one just while I'm here, since I won't see anybody back home during that time. But until then, have a good day and a good week.